Blockers has a lot of drinking, swearing, drug use, dick jokes, puking, but it also has heart. But also butt-chugging.
Oh, not a fan! I can't do anymore! Pose, break!
Pose! Pose! Oh! Asper! Oh! Oh!
Servus Freunde, my name is Jimmy Cage and Blockers is the newest raunchy R-rated American comedy. The title should actually suggest putting the word cock before it. That's why they put a giant cock on the poster. Here in Austria they chose a completely different title because cock-blocking isn't really a common term in German, and neither is the translation, Schwanzblockieren. Here it's simply der Sexpakt, the Sex Pact, which is a rather decent alternative for once because that's what the movie is all about, and the term is also said many times during its runtime. Another fun fact before we delve deeper into the movie, here in Germany and Austria everybody from the age of 12 is able to go see it, which is totally fine by me. Neither language nor sexual content is a problem here, and I think this is fitting the message of the film quite well, because when I said it as hard, I really meant it. And it has a good empowering message as well. But first, the hard facts. Blockers is the directorial debut by Kay Cannon, who worked as a writer and producer before, mostly known for the Pitch Perfect trilogy. The story is quite simple and can be broken down in one sentence, which is exactly what you can find on the IMDb page. 3 parents try to stop their daughters from having sex on prom night. Those 3 parents are played by Leslie Mann, John Cena and Barinholtz, all of which are pretty fantastic here. Especially John Cena is such a delight to see. Besides Dwayne Johnson and Dave Bautista, he's the third prominent recent wrestler who really tries to get big in movies as well. And like the other two, he has some great comedic chops. It's just a genuine funny thing to watch this giant machine of a man getting all protective and emotional when his little daughter is becoming a young woman. And he's not just a stupid macho, but a big naive teddy, who only gets rough a few times, and you know he instantly regrets it. The great thing about our trio of parental cockblockers is that Barinholtz's character Hunter is actually all for their daughters trying out what they want to do, which is a very funny juxtaposition and some fresh air in a concept that might otherwise turn out just too old and cliché. The 3 girls, or young women, are played by Kathryn Newton, Geraldine, Viswanathan and Gideon Adlon, and thankfully they are equally great together. Blockers is not just about the 3 parents and the ridiculous situations they get themselves into on their attempts to ensure their daughters stay virgins. It's also about the teens having a great time and speaking completely open and just powerful about what they like to do. They have great chemistry and the dialogue is pretty strong and funny. Blockers is for sure one of the raunchiest comedies I've seen in a long time, and if you're not into this kind of comedy, you might very possibly find the humor of it too crude and extreme. It's all about sex and drugs and embarrassing situations. But where many old raunchy teen comedies could be very offensive and some of them aged way worse than others, it's quite the opposite here, I feel. Blockers isn't offensive, it's actually rather open-minded and empowering. It's a little bit like the gender-swapping version of American Pie, and in the end it really is all about the lives of those girls and what they want to do. And it's also a very modern, very liberal movie when it comes to sexuality, and most of the humor comes from the contrast of the open-mindedness of characters like Hunter, or the parents of Julie's boyfriend, and the old-fashioned protectiveness of characters like Liza and Mitchell. So much so that a gross-out humor scene like the butt-chugging almost feels kind of out of place. Well, I still laughed a lot about that, but I'm into stupid stuff sometimes. From a filmmaking perspective, there's not really much to say here. Nothing really innovative camera-wise, and to be honest, I really have no idea how the score sounded like. And I literally watched the movie like 3 hours ago. I also felt that the timing was sometimes a bit weird and off. I watched the film with a big theater crowd and often the people were still laughing about something and you couldn't quite get the next line because they barely left any pause. Overall, I should also say that not all the jokes land, and again, like just recently in Game Night, some of the direct movie references felt just cheap. But most importantly, the best raunchy comedies are those that also have some sincere heart to them, and while the characters are fairly one-dimensional, which is okay, the movie succeeds in bringing some touching emotion through to the audience as well, and that's more than I expected from a movie like this. So in German I'd say, Blockers ist eine verdammt witzige, offene und schmutzige Komödie, die gleichzeitig sehr fortschrittlich und positiv daherkommt. I give Blockers 7 out of 10. It's more like 7.4, but I don't do that.
Are you a team player or aren't you?
I just chugged a 40 with my asshole. I'm a team player.
Alright, that's it like always. Comment below and let me know what you think about Blockers. And also let me know what is your favorite raunchy teen comedy. My next 2 movie reviews will be for the Hindi language film Buffy and for the Joaquin Phoenix film You Were Never Really Here. You can hit me up on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram simply at TheJimmyCage. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, whatever you like. And make sure you hit that bell for all I have to tell.